Hello everyone, you're here with H, and today we're going to be looking at someone who's been scammed 5 times. 5 time, and doesn't seem to learn her lesson.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Booker T is very displeased with you.
Welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Today, we speak to a woman named Grape from Florida. She reached out to us after meeting countless scammers online and being duped multiple times.
Listen, Grape, don't take the piss here, alright? I've heard unusual names in my lifetime, but Grape, literally Grape, it genuinely sounds like a name a celebrity would give you, because for some reason they can't seem to name their kids appropriately. Maths equations and some sort of king from the Roman Empire or something. I don't even think that exists. I might have just made that up. Not the king from the Roman Empire part, someone naming that. Grape. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the name Grape? Because if someone tells me online, hey, my name is Grape, I think you're a scammer already. I'm not going to lie to you. Grape. But there's nothing to whine about here, Grape. You yourself haven't learned any lessons. Well, you know, wines and stuff. So you know how they make wine? You know, they stamp on it and like trample all over it, right? You've been walked all over, haven't you, multiple times, Grape? How many more can I get into this episode?
Grape is currently in an online relationship with a man named Richard.
Well, no,
they met on the
not.
dating app Christian Mingle and also noticed that they both lived in the same city and state. They planned to meet up, but Richard had to leave the country for work.
Of course.
Grape is now having doubts about Richard after sending him thousands of dollars for traveling fees and expenses. Tune in till the end. We're gonna try to bust this scammer and find Grape a real...
Stop it. You will not find anyone other than a wine factory for Grape.
This is great banter.
Look, she's laughing there as well. Drew, we need to bring back the glasses, all right? It's giving me very much, you go to a bar, right? I've never stepped foot in a bar, so I'm going off of like movies right now. You go into a bar and there's this like cool stranger sitting in the corner, right? It's like, you know those vibes. Bring the glasses back, man. It adds 9,000 aura, so we need it back.
And find Grape a real man to date online.
We are gonna work with her to help you find real people online to date.
No.
Yes. It's a yes.
She seems too happy.
That's awesome, guys. Gosh.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That.
Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
But you already are. And just before anyone calls me some sort of happiness hater, that's not what the H stands for, okay? But shout out Happy Hermit, double H, because it would make more sense for you to... It wouldn't be a H video if my brain didn't malfunction. She seems very happy there. Like, you've been scammed 5 times. I'm not saying you should come on this show and start crying your eyes out. I don't think she cries tears, though. I think she cries juice. Grape juice. She seems too happy. So, also, I wouldn't recommend her to date online. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, as much as the team, however they're gonna try and help her to date online and find a real man, I think after 5 times being scammed, I think maybe you should take the hint and go date in person. But that's just me.
Hi, Social Catfish. This is Grape. I have 2 beautiful grown children.
Please, is your name Grape Ape? I'm gonna go back. Either your name is Grape Babe or Grape Ape. Either way, Surely this is a stage name of some kind and not your actual name, because I'm so confused.
To it.
Hi, social catfish. This is Grape. I have 2 beautiful grown
What?
children, 3 grandchildren. Before my husband passed
Rest in
away, we had
peace.
just celebrated 30 years of marriage. We were together 24/7, so he was very loving and kind, affectionate and understanding, supportive, all the qualities that a woman wants in a man.
Before she speaks more about what I presume will be more experiences of this great sounding guy, what a goatee, by the way, huh? Rest in peace, my man. That goatee is incredible. It puts mine to shame, and any facial hair puts mine to shame. But it's so refreshing. I smell the daisies. It's so refreshing to just hear such a positive relationship on this show. Not coming on here and slandering your partner, being a cheater and whatever, right? It's just so refreshing. I love it, man. But oh, you know what? I'm also smelling coffee, which she should have smelled. By the way, I've heard before people mention like some coffee has like grape notes, or I may have just made that up for this joke to work. But you need to be sniffing it, or you must be sniffing something, Grape. What a Grape! Like, I'm not gonna get over that name, by the way. Grape.
Started online dating after my husband passed. My kids
How
suggested
soon
that,
after?
I get online and, maybe look for somebody to be with, do things with.
So for my mom's dating experiences at the beginning, it wasn't, we didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was until now.
Back last year, November, got onto Christian Mingle because I thought that it would be safe. I mean, Christian, come on, truthful, honest. I got a bite on my fishing line and
Yeah, and this fish is not one you want to bring onto the boat. I can tell you that much. Listen, do not automatically assume that if someone is religious, that it makes them a good person. Because au contraire, there is a lot of people, especially on this show, who use religion in a negative way. So, obviously, everyone watching this, you obviously know by now, but maybe educate perhaps the elderly ones in your family, even the younger ones. Don't automatically assume religion equals good, because no, no, no. No, no. No.
we started chatting. Richard is
You
54,
look very different in this
gray
picture, by the way.
hair. Can't make out the color of his eyes. Sometimes they look blue, sometimes
black.
I guess they're like hazel. They probably change with what he wears. I feel he's a very handsome man.
Nipples in my face. What do you mean they change with different clothes? That's the world's shittest superpower, if there ever was one. But someone let me know in the comments. If I wear this, are my eyes one color? And if I take this off, are they now a different color? That's a bit strange. So I'm not sure what Grape is talking about there, really. Now get the nipples off my screen, man.
He appears to be
Please,
tall,
swiftly.
white or European. He just kept on, I love you.
Sorry, did Richard say he likes to be called white or European?
What did that just mean?
They probably change with what he wears. I feel he's a very handsome man.
Yes.
He appears to be tall, white or European. He just kept on, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
You know, the red flag here is that you're describing him as he appears tall. To you, he looks white. So you don't even know anything really about him. And somehow we're spending the life together.
He asked me like what was my favorite car, what kind of car I want to buy, where do I want to live, things that I wanted to hear,
Really?
very loving things that I
What?
wanted to hear
To
from
buy
a
you a
man.
car?
He stole my heart, that's for sure.
He stole your money as
Grape
well.
had her guard up the whole time from being scammed in the past.
Did she?
The two started to plan a date until she got the news that he had to leave the country for work.
Listen, 5 times being scammed, right? I guarantee you she'd been called queen before this. So where's the guard up here, Grape? You very much like a grape. Just squish, easy. Destroyed. So there's no guard up here.
I had to jump on a plane and go over to do some business, something about mineral rights that he sold.
Oh,
And
the
he sent me
stones and that.
pictures of him at the airport. Then he sent me pictures at the hotel where he was staying.
He
He
looks-
asked for $500 the first time.
Listen, you can take those $500 and back the F up right now. And who is driving what we're backing up? This man, because he looks like he drives a limo. He looks like a limousine driver here. Or a very elaborate waiter. I love the tie. What's it got on it? I can't see. But, Grape couldn't see the scam. So, we're equal in...
$100 the first time. It was for an airfare expense.
Huh?
I was starting to fall in love with this guy, even though I had not seen him. I had not talked to him on the phone. He was
Right.
like, no, the hotel won't let me receive any calls because I owe them money and they are holding his passport. But he sent me a picture of his passport before they held his passport. He sent me this document naming me the next of kin to all this money. It was supposed to be some outrageous amount of money that he was going to receive for these mineral rights overseas.
Minerals. We're talking too much about minerals. In the sense, in the UK, when someone says you have minerals, it means you got balls. You've got no balls in this situation, Grape. Which is ironic. Grapes are little balls. And you're displaying very little balls. You're not standing on your own 2 feet here. Get a grip of yourself. How can you tell me she's got her guard up when willy-nilly, here's 500, she listed off everything, no phone call, blah, 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 but here's $500 for a plane ticket, which also the hotel is essentially holding you hostage. I wouldn't recommend this hotel. You're getting half a star from me on TripAdvisor. Yes, I've given at least another half, because at least you've allowed me to take pictures in my limousine driver outfit. None of this makes sense, let's be honest. You could argue that I actually don't argue this. I'm going to stand by it. She just is not 100% ready to go back into the dating world. She didn't say how long she spent grieving, but to me, watching enough of these episodes, by now I know that these people very rarely grieve enough. Even if they say they've grieved enough or they've grieved for an extensive period of time, I don't think they're fully over the loss of their partner. And then you get this, someone who's very vulnerable. Now, we're not using that as an excuse because everyone in the world would be scammed because we all go through vulnerable periods of time. But you get someone who's obviously very vulnerable, coupled with the fact that they're already lacking common sense. She mentioned always being together with her husband 24/7. I'm not sure if that means you just didn't learn life alongside him or he literally did everything, but it's concerning. Now, please don't recommend online dating to anyone who's lost their partner. Yeah, get back on the horse, the virtual horse, get back on. Don't do that. When they decide to do it, they can do it themselves. No one pushed them to do it. So I'm not going to fault the kids, of course, because, Grape here needs to be a bit more clued up on this sort of thing. Not even just scams in general. Common sense. coupled with the fact that you've been scammed 4 times before this. So, you learning your lesson or what? And also, I think after the second time, right, the kids realistically should have, filed for a conservatorship or something, because it's bad,
Just
which is a shock.
and there were red flags. I mean, sending money to somebody that you don't know and haven't seen.
So what are you
I
doing
know
then?
it sounds absurd, but I did it.
Grape and Richard had been communicating for about 6 months up until this point. Doubt really started to kick in for Grape when she sent Richard flowers to his hotel room that he claimed he was staying at. The hotel concierge told Grape that no one had claimed the flowers. The next day, she received another text from Richard asking for more
And I
money.
bet you
He
sent
said,
it.
I'm gonna only ask you this, this last time, and then I'll be home with you. And he wanted $6,000 more dollars. I thought, well, I know it's a lot of money that I didn't really have to give. I sent him the 6,000 via Bitcoin. He didn't show up.
Sure.
He's kept in touch. Now he wants me to get a loan on my house.
Sure.
A home.
I'm sorry, but if anyone asks you to do that, you get your middle finger, right? You do something inexplicable with it, and you tell them to get a grip of themselves. I can't believe that you had only doubts when he didn't claim the flowers. But sure, here's Bitcoin as well. Conservatorship, please.
Equity loan. When I told him I don't qualify. I even tried qualifying for him.
You are
And
weird, then.
showed
You
him
are
and proved to him that
genuinely a lost
I'm
cause.
denied. That's not good enough. So I don't know what else I can tell him. I said, I want my $6,500
Yeah,
back,
right.
and he's like,
Haha,
well, if
you-
I had
you-
the money, I'd give it back to you. And he goes, I am not a scammer. Could never do that to anybody. I couldn't even do that to you because I love you and I adore you forever. And
let's address something here, right? And it is obviously a red flag that if someone you've only been speaking to online calls you a liar and a jerk, they are right then and there displaying, very bad signs already, and you wouldn't want to be with them in person. So just remember that, everyone. If someone is displaying abusive behavior online, do not meet up with them. It can get a whole lot worse.
he's very adamant. He thinks that I'm probably not telling the truth, but I am. I was trying to get him to somehow see if he would even send me any money.
So what, is this a game
So
you're
I'm having a
playing?
hard time paying my rent. I can't pay my credit cards. I'm not in a really good financial space right now, and hoping that he would do something legal. I'm reaching out to Social Catfish to help me resolve who this really is behind all those handsome pictures, the emails that we've sent back and forth, the phone calls. Who is this man?
Yeah. Dare I say, or dare I play the who is she meme? Because who the hell is Grape?
Is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
I don't know if this is going to seem harsh, but when you look at the pictures Richard is using here, and you look at Grape, bro, Grape. I don't know what your parents were thinking, by the way, when either you change your name legally to Grape because you really love grapes. By the way, let me know in the comments, what's your favorite type of grape? I like black grapes because green ones are a bit meh. Like, they kind of have no flavor to me. Red grapes, oh, we're getting somewhere. But black grapes, when they're crisp. What's your favorite type of grape? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, either you legally change your name because you really love grapes, or your parents were on drugs. One of the two. But when you look at Richard, you look at Grape. I'm sorry, but how realistically do you think that such an obviously handsome man, I'm not calling Grape ugly, by the way, if that's what you're thinking and typing out, get a grip of yourself, but they are obviously in two very separate leagues, let's be honest here. How do you look at that and think, yeah, this is real? I know, you can think you're the bee's knees, right? But you're taking this one step further. We've gone past just the knees. You think you're the whole goddamn bee. Let's get a grip of ourselves. Just a little bit of realism could go a long way. Except there isn't any, because she's been scammed 5 times at this point now, and only now is she reaching out to the Catfish team, which I assume her children said, listen, you gotta go to these people to get some kind of help, because you've lost your damn mind, mum. But she needs a conservatorship, please. Thank you.
I just need help finding him. I have tried different ways to try to identify him, like through Truth Finder, Checkmate, People Looker. Couldn't get any results, so I'm asking Social Catfish to please help me find out who this man really is.
You, right? This allegedly, this screams to me of, let's name drop all competitors. Yeah, I couldn't find them on these websites, and then let's dive in. We're gonna find him. Business.
Took a look at all the information that Grape had. We were able to get some results on Richard with the tools on our site.
Of course.
We got results in minutes and were able to identify the real man who Richard claimed to be. We'll be right back in about 16 seconds after this quick message from our sponsor. If you're looking to find the identity of your online lover, you can start with the tools on our site, socialcatfish.com. You can click this YouTube card or click the link in our bio. Just hitting like, comment, and subscribe helps us build more tools out for you to use in the future. This was obviously a scam. There were just so many red flags. After being scammed multiple times and now dealing with Richard, we knew we had to help her another way. We decided to take things further. We were determined to find real men and real dates for Grape.
What?
It was time to meet with Grape and end all of this.
This is not the first time. Hopefully you can take care of her.
So we do have some answers and hopefully some closure for you today. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. There was just so many red flags with Richard. The fact that he claimed that he lived in Turkey and he was a gemologist, I have to say that it just screams romance scammer. You being familiar with romance scams in the past, did any red flags ever pop up in your mind?
She's gonna say yes, but she was deeply in love.
Yeah, he wouldn't video with me at all.
Okay. Now, you didn't learn from the first 4 times that someone probably didn't video call with you. You didn't learn then. So you thought, 5th time's the charm, huh? No, Booker T is the only one to make 5 times cool, all right? Get a grip of yourself.
That was one.
Grape, I do want to introduce myself. I don't know if we've been introduced. My name is Chris. I do some of the searching here at Social Catfish. And we did some search into Richard Webb himself. We have tools on our website that let us look up that name. That name is not associated with anyone in Turkey. He is not currently in Turkey. And as far as we're concerned, Richard Webb, the real Richard Webb, has never been to Turkey. We found him at a listing in New Jersey where apartments range between $1,600 and $2,000. So even if you were speaking to this Richard Webb, it is highly unlikely that he would ever ask you for money. We did some research into the document you sent us.
Yes.
It was the rights to a parcel or the mineral rights to a certain amount of gold. This is a very common tactic used in gemologist scams. We're coining it now the gold and mineral scam because it is unfortunately so common. Grape. I do want to talk about the man in the photos. And this has helped many victims in the past to understand who the real person is. We did some research using the tools on our site, and we found that the real person, the person in the photos, not the person you're talking to.
His name is James.
His real name is Ian.
Oh.
He is a singer, he is a model, and he is an actor with a prominent social media presence. His images are stolen all the time, and we did see a lot of pages on the internet who use his photos.
In his account bio, it states this is his only account.
By the way, like, surely the amount of research that she did, yeah. Even if you didn't find Ian Simpson, the actual account here, surely other profiles using his pictures would have come up as well. So even if you didn't find Ian, you would have found so many other profiles that makes you... Hold on. There's too many. Hey, we got some Doctor Strange shit going on here. There's too many Richards. But no, apparently not. But you did research. The other companies suck, don't they? Why?
That's him. In the pictures, yep. Wow.
Wow, what?
Sorry, dude. Jeez, man.
What?
We sent you
You
over
became like
a
16 years old there. Man, sorry, dude. Jeez. What? You became a child. And the fact that you're laughing about everything, you don't even seem like you give a shit, to be honest. It does scream to me that you're being a bit childish about everything.
IP tracker to hopefully track Richard's location.
Uh-huh.
We created a website called FU Gift Cards to track these scammers down. Scammers love money, so 99% of the time, it'll work. We created a link and had Grape send it to Richard. Once he tried to redeem the code, the site grabs his IP and we're able to see his location.
He clicked on it.
Oh, yes!
And when he clicked on it, I was able to track his IP address and it came back to Lagos, Nigeria.
So she's had a run-in with past Nigerian...
Yes! They hacked my Facebook.
And so one of the Nigerians said that he was part of a gang and was going to come after my mom.
How many scams has your mom been in?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Not that many.
Yes.
I'm just glad that I don't know how to block them. Maybe my son does through email. I don't know how to do that. I've not figured out how to do that. So I'll block them, so...
Sorry, if you don't even know how to block someone, I don't think you should be online. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like the basic of basics, yeah? Right now, timestamp, right? Do you think she's learned anything? Because I feel like we've just laughed it off. And we're just gonna carry on with our life. I don't think anything actually has gone in and become stored.
Yeah, I'm done with him.
Oh, that's, yeah.
How are you feeling about
the next
online dating at this point?
I don't want to do it anymore.
You're such a liar.
Because all I get is scammers on my fishing line.
No. You do it. You are the one reeling it in, you idiot. It isn't the scammer. You know how sometimes, like, I've seen videos like a fish jumps in your boat, right? That's not what's happening here. You're doing it in.
What are you doing?
I felt like I was going to say something there, but I couldn't think of anything that Grape realistically would say other than, son, I got to reel it in. No, Mum, it's a shark, quite literally. Shut your freaking mouth. Yeah, Hollywood, call me. Or don't, actually. You're all weirdos. No, but seriously, I don't think she's actually learned anything. This is another story. I don't care. Old, recent, we're seeing too many of them. Too many of these stories. The victims, I don't believe, care. Like, just, she's giving me the vibe. She got like a bubbly personality, right? I want to go on this show. Let me do it. Look, laughing. I
don't know
it.
who's
She's
real
laughing.
anymore. That's what's so
real.
sad.
You're not real. Your name is Grape. You're not real.
We have an offer. We've got a dating coach in the city that you live in.
Okay.
We are gonna work with her to help you find real people online to date.
No.
Yes. It's a yes.
No, what is this dating coach? How can this dating coach, realistically, whatever their experience, look at Grape and we're not in the fresh produce aisle of Whole Foods. How can she look at Grape and realistically say, we're gonna help you carry on dating online. Forget the 5 times right now. I'll help you do it for real. No, what kind of dating coach would do that? Surely any experience, whoever you are, you're looking at Grape and saying, let's get you offline, let's get you meeting some real people. You go to your church, huh? You can't meet someone in your church? By the way, this is the first and only time I've ever heard that they have a dating coach. So I'm not sure if they fired the dating coach after this, which, they're not even employed to the Catfish team, but you get my point. Maybe after this, they just stop working. This ain't gonna cut it, all right, dating coach person. You've been doing too much nonsense.
That's awesome, guys. Gosh.
That's so cringe. Am I supposed to believe this is a real dating coach?
Hi.
Who's filming this?
Nice to meet you.
too.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you.
Who is filming this?
Have a seat. Would you
Why
like
are we
something to
filming
drink?
this?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Sorry?
After Grape's first session with the dating coach, we decided to give her a call to get an update.
Why is she still there?
So we accomplished her goal, really.
How?
We've got something scheduled for tomorrow morning. She's going to meet with
John?
9:30, did you say?
Yes.
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
He's 59. He's an Aquarius, so he's in my compatibility chart astronomically.
Editing H here, just to chime in really quickly. I paused it to ask a question and the camera decided to... Oh, I spilled grape juice all over it. I wanted to ask, does anyone in the comments, do you believe in this astronomy thing? I don't know if I've used the right word, but, someone is the same star sign as you, for example. Do you think that makes you together? Like, you should be together? Because I've seen it a lot now. Just want to see if anyone else believes in that kind of thing. Me personally, I don't believe in that kind of thing. But let me know in the comments.
He's the one that brought up wanting to meet right away, which was good. I didn't have to do that.
None of these fake people on whatever she meets on that.
The wrong dating sites, I take it.
Well, no, that's...
Hey guys, what is going on? I just left a session with Grape. She is doing amazing. She is so happy. Her dating life is going great at the moment. And I wanted to share some tips and tricks with you guys to help you keep safe while you are on your online dating journey.
Sure.
One of the first things that I would say is as soon as possible, you're going to want to meet this person in person.
Yeah.
So our goal is not typically to have a virtual relationship that just goes on and you never see this person. So you really want to try as quickly as possible to meet in person, even see if you guys have chemistry in person. And after that, I would say when you are meeting, make sure you're meeting in a public area. So make sure there is lots of people around.
I have always said this. You know how many times it pisses me off that people are so willing to go to a different country perhaps, or even across states in the US, for example. No! Stay local as much as possible. Maybe if you meet halfway or something, and always meet in public. The recent story, I'll put it up there. This guy going to meet in an Airbnb in Cuba. He's flying across the world. He's not very far, but still. It's ridiculous and so unsafe. Don't do it. Thank you very much.
That's going to contribute to your safety, making sure that you're in a very public place.
I should be a dating coach.
Next, I would say try to get the person's full name. Something
What a
that
shock.
we do at My Approach Coach, we do have an account to look people up. If you get their full name, you can look them up, check their background, make sure that they are a safe and honest person.
Yeah, but don't be a creep about it, by the way. You can run your searches and whatever. Just don't be a creep about it and then start stalking the person. There've been a few victims like that. Go watch her. I'll put it up there. Very creepy.
And then I would say after that, get yourself some protection. So I got this off Amazon. I think it was like $13. It's my pepper spray. I've never had to use it, knock on wood. But it does connect to my keychain. It easily detaches. I take it with me everywhere I go. So make sure you guys get yourself some protection.
I recommend
just
that
in
as well,
case.
actually.
And lastly, I would say try to avoid having to ever send anyone any kind of funds or any kind of money
Never would have guessed.
when you haven't met the person before. So no gift cards, no wiring, no money when you've not met this person. It's really just not as safe to be doing that. You want to have met this person. You want to have a relationship with this person. And so many other things should come before you're giving each other money back and forth.
Yes, but I will also go further and say that even if you've met like once or twice, you've gone on some dates, that doesn't mean you send them money. Okay, let's get that straight. I was right off the bat, Ozzy Osbourne is what I meant to do, but I malfunctioned. Don't do it. Even if you have been on a couple dates, it still doesn't mean that they are really in love with you, right? It could still be a scammer. Do you know what I mean? So if you're gonna send money, you send money once you're 25 years into a marriage. Then you can send money. And I mean, if that person still turns out to be a scammer, then you're just very unlucky. But I will also say, alongside money, don't send any intimate pictures and videos of yourself as well. Especially you've never met this person in person. Don't send such imagery. That could also be used in a scam against you, sextortion. So just very much keep yourself a closed book online. Not so much that obviously you are just, boring to talk to on an online dating app or anything like that, but just enough to make sure that you don't give out anything too personal and sensitive. And money.
Amy and Grape will be working together until she's able to find someone that she is compatible with. Grape has now gone on 4 dates with real people and building real connections.
The meetings went well. It was in a public place, relatively close to my home, which I appreciated.
Does this guy have any other
yeah,
hats,
it's
by the
different
way?
from the ones I have been getting. Thank heaven, because I was about ready to give up on online dating completely.
Probably you should, actually.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Yes, you will. And go do that if you haven't already.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below,
go seek support. Thank you very much, Lenny. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like and stuff. I guess that's what the YouTubers say, right? However, I will say, she needs more help than just dating coach. I'm not going to lie to you, because, yeah, cool, she's gone on a couple dates now, but that doesn't mean she's safe online. She's displayed destructive behavior 1 too many times, or 5 too many times, and I still believe she needs a conservatorship. Now, this episode is quite old. I don't know where she is now or how she's doing now. Hopefully she hasn't been scammed again. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you think of her name being Grape. If you want to watch more of these, they'll be up there. If you want to watch something else scam related, I'll put it down here. Bye. Grape. It was great to meet you.